Hi everybody, Alexis here with another installment. But this time I'm going to tell you about the power of the mind. First story, I'm going to tell you two. It's about a guy who actually thought he was a vampire. Yeah. Young man called us, of course, after the sunset and told us that he needed our help and he didn't know if we dealt with things like this, but he said, I need your help really bad. I can't keep living like this. And so we got his address and we came out and we were thinking he's going to tell us all about him living in a haunted house. Instead, he said he believes that he is a vampire and that he blacks out. And when he wakes up, he's got blood on his face and he doesn't know where it came from. And he has become very sensitive to sunlight. And if he has to be up in the daytime, he cannot function. His shades have to be down. This one is just sad. When we got there, he was a very pale young man. And we said, well, can we follow you around for the night and see what happens? He said, others have laughed at me and just wouldn't pay me the time of day. I said, we're not going to leave you and we're not going to laugh. We're going to find out what's going on with you. First thing that I wrote down was anemic on my notes. It was very obvious. When we followed this young man around, and he went back to sleep for about an hour, and then he got up, sleepwalking. He was walking around the streets, mainly in the alleys around his house. And he was picking through the garbage can, but he wasn't looking for anything specific. He was just picking through garbage cans. We videotaped him. And then he's come back into his house, into his apartment. And he would go underneath his bed. He would do this. We taped him for 3 nights in a row, doing the exact same thing. Then we told him what we thought was going on. Son, you're up all night sleepwalking. We showed him himself sleepwalking. You're really not eating. You're really not taking care of yourself. You're getting no vitamin D, no sunlight, no nothing. We think you need to go to the doctor. I think you're anemic, and I think you're very, very sick. Come to find out, he was a very severe sleepwalker. He had sickle cell. He's doing fine now, but yeah, he actually thought he was a vampire because he couldn't be up in the daytime. Power of the mind. And I guess if your friends tease you enough that you're starting to look like a vampire, getting skinny, craving more red meats, bloodier meats, because your body is craving the iron and things like that, you can play with your brain. He said his friends had called him Vampire Boy for like 2 years. And it finally stuck. We were just glad we got there in time to get this boy to the hospital and see a doctor before he got really, really sick. Second story. The young man thought he was a werewolf. Called us. I need your help. Please don't hang up on me when I tell you what I'm about to say. But I think I'm a werewolf. I know I'm a werewolf. I've been doing some crazy things, and I said, we're on our way. This young man had worked it into his brain so much that not only on a full moon, but on any moon, he would go out and he would actually kill someone. He was so severe that he would look in the newspapers and look at the news the next day to see if someone had been slashed up. Yeah. We get to his house. Said it again. First night, we're going to follow you around. Want you to sleep. Want you to do what you usually do. Want you to just be yourself. He takes off his clothes at 1 o'clock in the morning, goes outside, and he takes off running. He's gone. We're actually running behind him, just trying to keep up with him and keep seeing him. We finally see him. He's got woods behind his house, less than an eighth of a mile. He's in the woods, and he's hunting with his bare hands. He catches a rabbit. Yeah, I don't know where he freaking got it from. I think he went down into the rabbit hole and pulled it out and killed it. Brutally killed it. Ripped its head off. Smeared the blood on his body, but he didn't eat it. But he smeared the blood all over his body. And then he would run off, just trying to catch other things. But if he caught one thing, he would butcher it with his bare hands. And then he'd fall asleep in the woods behind his house and wake up the next day bloody and naked. He was one of the most severe cases of sleepwalking that I had ever seen. But the human mind, he had convinced himself that he was a freaking werewolf. The human mind. Now tomorrow, being that it's Halloween, I'm going to tell you some of the scariest shit that has ever happened to me and my team. Till then, remember, always put out peace, love, and positivity. The cosmos will send it back to you. Bye.